Man, you know how we dipping, nigga. 830 smooth.
Welcome to another 830 Smooth Podcast Music Review with your boy Hustle Man. I got my boy King Knowledge in the building, man.
What's up? What's up?
What's up with the King Knowledge, man? For the ones that don't know you, man, give them a little brief introduction.
Man, first off, I want to thank God, man, and I want to thank you for having me on your podcast. You know, this is my first podcast I ever did. You know what I mean? And you the first brother that put me on your podcast, so I appreciate that.
Man, no problem, brother. It's always love when I'm doing this, man. You hear me?
Yeah, man. So we got to give back. We got to do the right thing. We got to help each other. Well,
That's
you know
right.
me. I'm Marcus. I'm from Florida. Recently moved to Dallas. I've been incarcerated in and out. So I started No Turning Back movement while I was incarcerated. Right. And what made me start a No Turning Back movement were seeing a lot of young kids coming in and out the system, you know, and I said to myself, I don't want my son to follow in my footsteps like that. So I came up with No Turning Back movement at ACI Correctional Institution, one of the hardest, toughest prisons in Florida. Right. So I started that movement and started writing down my plans, started executing my plans and all that, and I brought it to the street. And I've been following the movement, doing the movement ever since.
Man, that's what's up, man. I know you had the kickboxing and stuff going on for the kids and everything too, man. You still doing that?
Oh yeah, well, not recently because I moved to Dallas, and I was doing that while I was in Florida, you know, helping kids with self-defense and trying to give back to the community, trying to keep them out the community from watching a lot of negativity that go on in the community. So I try to provide a safe place for them to go and learn something positive, like some protect themselves, because it's a lot of violence going on in this world and everybody got to protect themselves. So I try to provide that kind of like discipline and install that kind of motivation in them to protect themselves and look at another positive side of life than to keep watching the same thing, same negative every day that they wake up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what is your vision?
My vision is to help the youth in the urban community to move forward. You know, it's a lot of youth out there. My vision is just like to get all the youth to help them, whatever they dream or their goal is, to help them achieve that by helping one kid at a time. You know, so we all gotta, you know, each one reach one, teach one. So by us helping each kid, one kid at a time, I'm gonna help this kid might can help the next kid, that kid might can help the next kid. But we gotta focus on one kid at a time.
Yes, sir. We gotta cause that domino effect. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we gotta move forward like that.
That's right. So what's the mission?
My mission to help to make all these kids' dreams come true. You know, every kid, my mission is to help these kids with their dream. Every kid got good in them. Every kid got potential in them. Everybody got some good in them. You know, so a lot of us don't reach out to our kids to help them find that dream or find their talent that's in them. You know, so once we get a kid and know what their talent is or what their dream is, what their goal is, we got to try to help them reach that goal and move forward with that goal and stay focused on that goal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what's the strategy behind it all? So how are you trying to go about it to catch them?
going by to get them, it's like we have to get out in the community. We have to interact with these kids in order to reach these kids, because a lot of kids are nowadays from 10 years old, 15 years old, 11 years old on up, carrying guns. But for all of us to reach these kids, we got to get them at an early age. We got to start teaching them at an early age, and that starts with the parents in the household. I'm not their parent. You not their parent. It got to start with the parents, and they got to be willing to help their kid. You know what I mean? They got to be willing to talk to their kid, know what their kid going through, know their problem. Because if parents do that, it shouldn't be no big brother or big sisters out there that you got to put your kid in a big sister program or a big brother program. So you the father, you the mother, you should be able to know all these things that's going on with your kid or going on in your kid's life.
Yes, sir. So what is the idea of keeping them out these gangs and stuff like that, man?
We need a lot more youth centers. We need a lot more youth centers, and we need a lot more programs for these kids, after school program. We need programs where they can go, where they can learn to reach their goal, their dream.
Right.
We need programs. If a kid trying to be a basketball player, football player, cheerleader, doctor, lawyer, we need programs like that, because that's their dream. That's their dream on trying to reach it. And by not having these programs, their dreams seem starting to fade away. Because if they can go to this program to learn how to be a doctor, and that's their dream, we helping them reach their dream, not just going to school and then you gotta wait till you almost get finished with college to try to reach your dream.
Right.
So the dream, like a kid, everybody has dreams. Goals and dreams at a young age. So to keep that dream alive, we got to keep programs like that alive with these kids to keep them out these streets, keep them out the game, keep them from doing robbery, stealing. You know what I mean? Selling drugs. So if we have programs like that, it'll be a lot less kids on the street.
Right. And that's a good idea, man, of going about trying to get the kids out of these streets and away from these gangs. Yeah, we see what they doing, you know what I'm saying? They like music, they like sports, you know.
Yeah,
they like things like that. So when we do, or when you do open up these centers, that is the way to do it.
They'll have somewhere to go.
That's right.
When they'll have somewhere to go, like when we were young, we had a lot of little centers to go to when we was young. Nowadays, They ain't got these centers with no program with these kids like that no more. They got more churches on the corners than youth centers or program for kids.
And you're right, man. And that's crazy, man. That is crazy. I remember they used to be everywhere. I remember we used to have lock-ins and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what these people's purpose is, man.
And the crazy, like you said, like you had said, and the crazy part about it is this music industry. It's not the people saying what they want, what they saying, but you shouldn't determine to use what they saying in the wrong way, or to try to act out what they saying in these music or videos or in movies. So and we have to start start teaching our kids the knowledge of things like that, like these rap music, these videos, and what they starting to see, what the social media starting to brainwash our kids with, you know what I mean? And they just get a phone and go on the internet and not, you know what I mean, without the parents really talking to them or questioning them or how they school was, how your day was, or what's going on in your life, you know what I mean? Because a lot of depressed kids out there and parents ain't doing nothing about it but giving them a phone or giving them what they want and not trying to question them or trying to see what's wrong with their child.
That's right, brother. We got to be
So
more
a
active
lot of
in our
kids,
kids' life, man.
and a lot of kids, they want to join, be a part of something for protection, you know what I mean, or security or anything, you know what I mean, like a brother or a father figure or you know what I mean. But by them doing that, and the parents don't know, it's just like you just throwing your kid to the street. You don't care what happened to your kids because you're not trying to discipline your kid or talk to your kid about life, about gang violence, about abusive relationship. You know what I mean? About a lot of rape and kidnapping and all that there.
Right. Yeah, we definitely got to spread more light on the communities, man, where we can really get a leash on things, man, in our community, man, because it is a lot of nonsense and a lot of, damaged homes because of parent separation or, really not no positive act, you know what I'm saying? No discipline.
Yeah.
So
It gotta be a voice. Somebody gotta be a voice. I mean, look, I'm just saying, we as a people, we are separated. We have to stop being separated. We got to be a unity. It's time to be a unity as one. A change on the strongest is weakest link. And so we gotta be strong. A lot of us gotta stand up. We gotta be on front line for our kids, for our youth, and you know what I mean? Because you don't want to throw your kid to the street and 5 days later you find out he dead.
That's right, man. So tell me this, man. What made you want to be a motivational speaker?
Well, I like giving out the truth. I like, what I went through. Everybody got a story to tell, and you have to go through something to talk about something. If you ain't been through nothing, you really ain't got nothing to talk about.
Exactly.
I've been through a lot in my life, you know what I mean? I've been through a lot in my life till it got to the point that I was ready to meet God. But, I guess he postponed that. He wasn't ready for me yet. So I realized that he gave me so many chances and he gave me a mouth to speak with. And what I'd have been through, I figured that people should hear my story so they won't have to go through what I went through or down that road that I went down. But most people in life, they got to go through it for themselves to realize that it don't work. You know what I mean? By just telling them, some people won't realize until it happened to them.
Right.
So I want to, try to speak to the people and motivate them and encourage them, even if it don't encourage me. I hope my words or what I say can reach somebody, encourage somebody to help somebody that's out there that's going through sorrow or pain or hurt, you know what I mean, or down and out. So, but I know anybody can get through it. You know, anybody can get through any situation because you control your own mind, not outside events. So
That's right.
what's going on out there in the world, it shouldn't affect how you should feel. But
Yes, sir. I had to
But
give
I
you
want
props,
to
man. But this is one of your videos, man. I know you touching a lot of people, man. Cause on this video right here, you got 1.4 million views, man. So actually, you are global right now, man. Cause that's a lot of people, man. That's more people than we got in our city. So you all out our city, bro. Like,
yeah,
I want to give your flowers on that, man, because this was a good wake-up call that you had caught people's attention, man. And
yeah.
the topic was a jealous family member, man. Tell me how you was
Yeah.
feeling when you made that video right there.
Oh man, I was just thinking. Sometimes, you know, I think to myself a lot, and when I come up with something, I try to go ahead and say it before I forget it. So I just kept re-saying it before I did that video. You know what I mean? And I started thinking that in every family, it is a jealous family member. You know, and they is close to you, can do more harm to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Than anybody else. Cause you can be sleeping, they can walk in the house because they a family member. They jealous of you, anything they can do anything to you. So, you know, when I came up with that, I know a lot of people can relate to that because it's one in every family,
Most definitely.
if not more than one.
But man, you done reached 1.4 million people, bro. That's insane, bro. Like, you are viral. At this point, you are viral right now. And you have touched so many lives right now. So many people felt that, man. You got 3,400K, comments. You got 19K shares, man. You made a lot of people feel that post, bro. And I just want to run it back right here live while we live, man, and just get the people a little feel of what you are talking about, you know?
A jealous family member is more dangerous than a hateful enemy. Be careful about showing your success to them. A jealous family member.
Hey, that there right there so cold, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah,
I understand why a lot of people resonate with that, man. That was like, that was a wake-up call.
But you know, like they say, it's sad, but it's true. But because your family member is supposed to be, you're supposed to be the ones you can trust, ones you can lean on, ones you can cry to, ones you can tell your problem to. But soon as God bless you with something more than them, you know what I mean? All love change, everything changes. You know what I mean? And that's sad. People are let money, you know what I mean, or the things of this world divide a family, you know what I mean, to split a family up when it's not really yours to begin with. You can't take it with you, and you know what I mean? So you should be happy for somebody's success, at least one of your own family members.
But just like they said in the Bible, man, Cain and Abel, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's crazy. You know what I mean? So this been going on from the beginning of time, but so many people don't want to sleep. So that's how many, you know what I'm saying, casualties we got out here because people sleeping on jealousy. You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing new under the sun. you know, like it was happening back then, it's happening now. So
Right.
it ain't nothing new under the sun. Cain killed Abel. Yeah, you know, it's just like that. It's gonna be a hateful family member. You know,
Most
got
definitely.
Judah turned on Jesus. He was sitting at the same table. You know, he gonna have hateful people in this world because it's good and evil down here. I believe on this earth anyway, it's good and evil. You know what I
Most
mean?
definitely.
So
Most
it's just that we just gotta fight it. We just gotta fight it. You know what I mean? The best we can because we all have evil in us. We just gotta control ourselves. We just
That's
gotta
right.
control ourselves and know ourselves.
That's right. That's right. What core belief or moment sparked your journey into motivational speaking?
Me going down that wrong road, man. Going down that wrong journey. You know what I mean? Going down that journey, and I feel that going back and forth to prison had taught me so much, and God gave me so many chances, and by me learning so much and know what I done been through, it's like the people that ain't never went through what I done went through, I can share my stories to them. And you know what I mean? And I know, you know what I mean, I can reach a lot of people, you know what I mean, because I was in a gang. You know, I've been back and forth to prison, different prisons. You know what I mean? I've been around different nationality of people. So I had to be able to, you know what I mean, adapt to each person that I talk to. We
Right.
all do. We all have to adapt to each person that we, you know what I mean, come across. But by me going back and forth to prison and learning so much, when I started back in 1994, when I started really learning and learning knowledge and like learning the truth and all that does, so I figure that I can teach and I can tell people my story and what I done went through, and this how it gonna happen if you go the same way I went.
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. How has your definition of success evolved, and what's your life philosophy?
My 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 life, man, my life evolves. It's an elevate. You know, it's an elevation. You only can go up or you can only go down in life. You know what I mean? So when you choose to go up and start learning, choose to go up and elevate yourself and put yourself in the right spot for you to start learning new knowledge, you know what I mean, and taking yourself forward in life. You shouldn't have to worry about nothing else. You know what I mean?
Right.
So by by me by me doing that, by me doing that and moving forward on that, you know what I mean? It's like it ain't no turning back. It
For
ain't no
sure.
turning back. It's moving forward, you know, like they always say sky's the limit. No, the sky ain't the limit. You go higher than the sky. It ain't no limit.
Ain't no limit.
You know, it ain't no limit. You can go high as you want to go. You shouldn't place a limit on nothing you do. You should just stop when you're ready.
Most definitely. That is a good answer. That is a good answer. What's a surprising thing you learned about yourself?
Being patient and being humble, not letting nothing worry me. You
Right.
know, I learned that because like now I still got to control my attitude, but I learned how to be patient and learn how to be humble. You know what I mean? So like, and I started remember when I learned that when I said I control my own mind, not outside events, and I started controlling that, started not letting the thing that I can't control you know what I mean, take control of me.
Right.
Because we can't control the weather, but we can control how we dress for the weather.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's just like you have to we have to be patient. I learned to be patient, you know what I mean? Now I used to hate waiting in line so long, you know what I mean? So now if I have to wait, I just try to think about things positive, you know what I mean? What's the rush? It ain't no rush, you know what I mean? It's the time still gonna go on. So I really learned to be patient with myself and start being humble. That was surprising me to myself.
And that's a blessing, man, to have discipline like that, man. That's a blessing to have discipline like that, man.
Yeah,
What's the
you got
biggest
to.
failure? What's the biggest failure you faced? And what did it teach you?
Well, to me, it ain't no failure. It's only learning. You know what I mean? When something, it's just like when you trying to build something. You learning. You just learning that you just fail right then. You know what I mean? So you keep trying. You just learn. You just fail so many times until you got it right. It's just like a scientist. They experiment so many times on a chemical before they get the right chemical.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it really ain't no failure. It's just like if something don't go that as I plan, I learn from that. It ain't no giving up because I failed in that. You know what I mean? So I just learn, you know, from that situation. So I gotta try it another way. I failed in that way, so I'm gonna try this way. You know what I mean? Until I get it right. The same way that I done went back and forth to prison. I tried so many times, different ways until I got it right. So I learned from all them times I went to prison. So it wasn't no fear. It was learning. It was a learning process.
Yes, sir. And it takes time. It takes time.
Yeah. It takes time. You can't build a house in one day.
No, you can't. No, you can't. How do you handle days when your own motivation dips or you face self-doubt?
Well, I face them every day. When my motive is really the motivation, when sometimes I feel that slipping away, I catch myself. That's all about knowing yourself, you know what I mean? So you gotta know yourself when things like that creep in. You can't get comfortable with being comfortable. I can't get comfortable with being comfortable, you know what I mean? A lot of people they got comfortable with being comfortable. They got everything coming to them. They got the remote control right there. They got DoorDash coming to their house. They can pick up a phone and order food. They ain't gotta go nowhere. So I don't get like that. I try not to get like that in that kind of stage. So when I feel myself getting like that, I get up and I do something that I don't want to do. So I probably get up, do a workout or read or, you know what I mean, clean up, or I might take a walk. But when I find myself getting too comfortable like that, I get up and I move around.
Yes, sir. So them things that occupies your mind.
Yeah, because some people, a lot of people can't handle being alone. I like being alone. So when I find it helped me think and it helped me, you know what I mean, find myself. So when I get through doing that, it's just like I might get up and leave. So just the things that I've been learning now since I've been up here, I find myself like a whole like different person, like moving forward. Like it ain't no get comfortable being comfortable. It ain't no bad days because it ain't no telling myself no before I apply for this job, or it ain't no, you know what I mean, down on myself before I do this. No, I'm gonna get up and go do it. I ain't thinking about it. I'm just gonna do it.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And that's kind of how I feel too in Colorado now, man. You know, we from the same city, but we starting to
Yeah.
spread out. We starting to see more than, you know, what we usually seeing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's all we need
Yeah.
is a change of scenery. You know what I'm saying? You get
Yeah.
used to the same familiar places and things are doing, man. You fall victim. You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn how to break circumstances, man.
Yeah, it's
What
just like,
what
you
it done
know, it's
taught
just
me
like,
too, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to move on faith and not, you know, sight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to go within, man, to find the answer for your problem. So
yeah,
I get when you say spending time alone, man. Spending time alone makes you stronger. You really know yourself. Cause that's all we need is
yeah,
self-love. We got to coach ourselves sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at
yeah,
the end of the day, we our own best friend.
yeah. You
You know
gotta,
what
you
I'm
gotta
saying?
do that, you know. But a lot of people, you know, you gotta have time to yourself, you know. But a lot of people, you know, a lot of people they stuck. A lot of people be stuck. That's why they don't want to move. They comfortable with being like that. A lot of people are comfortable with being in certain situations that they in, that they don't want to move. They scared. They fear. You know what I mean? They got doubts. They don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? All that fear, all that does is just slowing down their own blessings for what God got for you. Only if they remove that fear. You know what I mean? So a lot of them, they stuck with being comfortable like in a situation like that. It's just, you know, it's just like an elephant. A man had an elephant. He had it tied to a tree as a little baby. He had this elephant tied to a tree as a little baby with a shoestring around his leg. The elephant grew up so big, a grown elephant. This man still had this shoestring around this elephant feet tied to this tree. This man walked by. He said, "Why the elephant won't move? You know, he only thing he have to do is move 1 foot. He can break the shoestring." He asked the
Right.
owner, why your elephant won't move?" He said, "Because it's psychological. He been in that tied to that tree for so long, he don't know the strength that he have to move forward. So it's psychological that he's stuck there. See, it's psychological that a lot of us is stuck in the same spot like that elephant from child. And
Right.
then we grew up. A lot of us grew up in that same spot until we scared to move forward. But only if we know that we have the power to break this chain or to break this little rope that tied to us. But only if that elephant knew that he was that strong, he can push down the tree. But since he been in that spot since that's a baby, that's psychological. That they'll, you know what I mean. That they'll trigger that he don't have the power to move forward.
And that's crazy, dog. And that's so crazy. But it's so true. Just like they say, man, like when I was growing up, oh, Pensacola got a cloud over, you know what I'm saying? Got a black cloud over it, you know what I mean? Been hitting all my
Yeah,
life. I supposed to been left Pensacola, you know, way before I left. I've been gone almost 3 years now, you know what I'm saying, staying in Colorado.
yeah.
But man, it seemed like something held there, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get the courage to into
You
my
had yourself held there because it was once upon a time it was fear that you was facing.
right.
It was fear that you were facing, that you think this is the only thing for you is this right here. But when your mind started to expand, when you start moving or traveling out of town and coming back to Florida, traveling out of town, you starting to see it's something different. I can move. I can break the chains that I've been tied to. You know what I mean? For all these years, I can move forward and expand my life into something better.
Right. You know what really had me feeling like that, man? And that really made me want to leave, bro. Cause I'm like, and the only time I leave Pensacola, man, is when I'm going down the road or something. When I'm forced to go somewhere. You know what I mean? So that kind of thing right there. I'm like, man, I know I can go somewhere and work and be in another place because I'm working for these folks here. You know what I'm saying? I'm with these folks and staying in a whole nother city. You know what I mean? So I felt like that gave me the courage, man, to just break all chains, man, and just take flight and just change my whole scenery up, man. And you know, when I did that, man, King Knowledge, when I did that, man, I promise, man, I trusted everything that God had for me, man. And it was all about the faith. It was all about the faith, man. It wasn't the sight, it was the faith that I had.
You know, a lot of people have opportunity, but like I said, it's the fear that's holding us back. It's all the little fear that's holding us back, and that's stopping us from our blessings. Because once you like put that fear in it, oh, what might happen, or this right here might happen. Nah, I'm scared to go. Nah, they might do this. No, you don't know what God got for you. Even with a job, and you feel like that job, if you scared to apply for that job, you already told yourself no. You already put fear in your heart and your mind before you even apply for the job.
Exactly.
So it's all the little fear that people face and don't want to make the big step. So we got a lot of people got to get over all they little fear. You know what I mean? The little phone call they avoided, the conversation they avoided, the text message they scared to text back, or the call they scared to pick up. You gotta face those little fears in order for your life to be better, in order to try to get to where you want to be at.
That's right.
So if you want to do something, you want to fill out that job application, don't be scared of not doing it. Go do it.
Go do it.
Go fill out, because you might get hired. Don't tell yourself no before they tell you no. Don't turn yourself down before they turn you down.
Amen. Amen. How do you encourage listeners to move from just listening to actually taking action?
You know, like they say, action speak louder than words, man. You gotta, whatever you say, you gotta do. If you say you're gonna get up and work out in the morning, get up and work out in the morning. If you say you're gonna get up and clean your whole house, get up and clean your whole house. Don't just say it, because once you say it and don't do it, you add more links to your chain in your life that's slowing you down in your life from moving forward. So once, my thing is this: once you tell yourself something in a positive way that you're gonna do, get up and do it. That's gonna help you. When you don't do what you say you're gonna do, that slow you down in your life, because you're gonna always find an excuse to tell yourself, no, I do it tomorrow, I do it the next day. You're gonna always find an excuse to not do it, and they're gonna always slow you down. But once you start doing what you say you're gonna do, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and read for 2 pages. You know what I mean? And just do it. You know what I mean? Just be consistent with it, because it's gonna start being a part of your life once you start doing that. Once you say, oh, I'm gonna take whoever called me on, I'm gonna take this phone call. I'm gonna go and get over this little fear. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I told myself I'm gonna get up and wash my car in the morning when the sun out. Get up and wash your car. Don't put it off. Go on and do it. Because the more you put off things, the more you put off things in your life that you say you're gonna do, the more and more things gonna add up.
Oh, definitely, man. We got little Tevin in the building, man. Tevin said, "What's up, big homie?"
What's up, brother? What's up, King?
What's one particular habit or mindset shift you recommend for building resilience?
Yeah. Your mind, you gotta match it. Your mindset, you know, whatever you're doing, you gotta shift your mind to a better way. To a better way for you to build your life. You know, once you think about something long enough, eventually it's gonna take root in your heart and they're gonna come out words or deeds or action. So, you know, once you go to thinking about negativity, you got to replace that with something positive immediately, because once you go thinking about it long enough, eventually you're gonna end up doing it. And you gotta shift that, you gotta shift that type, you know, energy, your mindset to a positive way, to a positive energy. Because once it come out and take root in your heart and it manifests itself as words or deeds or action, it ain't no stopping it. So sometimes, like, you got to shift your energy to a positive way of thinking. You got to shift your mind to a positive way of thinking when negativity enter your mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to have that switch, man. If you ain't got that switch, it only take 5 seconds to ruin your whole life. So you got to have that switch. You got to know. You got to know when to think.
You got to know when to catch yourself. You gotta pay attention to your own attentions.
Right.
You gotta pay attention to your own thoughts. Because if you don't pay attention to your own thoughts, they gonna take control of you.
Most definitely. What's the most important lesson you want people to remember from your talks?
I want people just to remember that I tried, you know, I try to reach many people as I can, try to touch people, live men as I can, and hope my message or something that I say can change them or change their ways, you know what I mean, or make their life have a better future.
Yes,
so
sir.
I want them to, you know, to realize that life is only what you make of it, you know. And you, like I said before, you control your own mind, not outside event. So if you remember that, you know, your life will be better. So, you know, you got to take control of your life like I took control of mine. It don't matter, because one thing, you got to live your own life. Can't nobody else live it for you.
Oh, definitely. You your own main character in your life. So if you're
you
not
write
doing
your own book.
Yes, right. So if you're not doing what's best for you, how can you do what's best for everybody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can all talk, because I'm a motivational speaker also. So we can all talk, but if we just all talk and no action, then what are we? What are we? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I heard somebody back in the day, man, when I was younger, it was like, you talking all this, but you're not doing what you telling me to do. So
Yeah,
how can I go by that when you ain't applying to the actions that you're talking?
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's hey, and that's that. And I read this about this lady. The lady told this man. The man came over this lady's house, and this lady told this man to tell her son to stop cursing.
Right.
That man said, all right, I'll be back in a week. That man, he left. He came. He left. He came back in a week. He came back in a week, and he
Right.
said, hey, he told the little boy, he said, hey, stop cursing. So the mama asked him, why you came back in a week just to tell him that? But he told her that because I had to stop doing it first.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Cause he only doing what he see and what he hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but you know,
that come from the environment. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Okay, once he see me stop doing that, then he'll stop doing that. But I can't practice what I'm preaching. I'm still doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I said that. He had to go and stop cursing in a week before he tells somebody else to stop cursing.
Exactly.
How I'm gonna tell you to stop selling drugs when I'm still selling drugs?
That's right, brother.
You know what I mean? So, you know, we all gotta, like they say, we gotta practice what we preach. You know what I mean? But ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect.
Ain't nobody perfect, man.
So that's why we all make mistakes. We all fall short. So it doesn't matter about really nothing. What you got is just like you better make the right decisions. I don't care what you got or what a person possess or how big their house is or whatever. You better make the right decision. That's all I'm saying. Because once that wrong decision come up and you make that wrong choice, the same way you got it, it can be taken away from you. You better, I'm gonna add Puff Daddy.
May God be the witness. You hear me? No cap.
Yeah, you know, so it's all, you know, it's all about making the right decision in life, man. So we all make mistakes. I ain't nobody perfect. I ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. Ain't nobody on this earth perfect. So
No.
I don't care what nobody say. You ain't got never been in prison, but I know you made some mistakes in your life. I know you ain't got to never been in jail. I know you made some mistakes in your life that you ain't telling nobody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it ain't about I don't care what you know people say or how people think. You know what I mean? You shouldn't care anyway. You know what I mean? Because they gonna think and feel the way they want to think and feel about a person anyway.
That's right.
So you know, like I said, you just make the right decision. You know, make the right decision because the wrong decision can cost you your life or in prison for the rest of your life.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So, you know.
So tell me this, man. What legacy do you hope to leave behind with your work?
And I'm gonna try to my dude on Facebook, he told me I should all my quotes or what I've been saying, I should go on and write them down and like turn it into a book. You know what I mean?
Man, that'll be a man, bro.
And I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that real hard because that is a good idea. That write all my quotes down and just have it like King Knowledge quotes. And all the quotes that I already did, so I just write them down, and you know what I mean, and that'll be, you know, like that there. So I hope I go ahead and start writing them down and get a book out there.
Hey man, I think that's a wonderful idea, bro. I think that's a wonderful idea, man. You should write you a book, man. A motivational book, man. Something like affirmation type, you know what I mean? Cause you got some good knowledge, man. You know what I mean? You definitely do, bro. And
Yeah,
I don't know if you still making merch, man. You need to start making some more merch, man, with your quotes on, man. I think that'll be a good
yeah,
thing too, man. Put some positivity out here, man. Wear some positivity
yeah,
around, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. But hey, everything come in due time. Everything what meant for you, it gonna find you.
Yes, sir.
So
Most definitely.
everything gonna come in due time. I ain't rushing that. I'm patient, and whatever happen gonna happen. And like I said, whatever meant, it gonna come.
Oh, most definitely, man. You got 1.3 million, man. 3 million views on all your videos together, man. You got people looking at you, man. So you definitely gonna get some partners coming along pretty soon, man, because they gonna love what you're doing, man, for the community, with the children and everything, man.
But that's my main goal. I want to reach out to these kids. You know what I'm saying? My main goal is to reach out to get these kids. You know what I mean? Tell them my story, trying to get them out these streets, out of gang violence. Making bad decisions, and tell them, my story, what I went through, so they won't have to go down that same road. So that's I'm in Dallas now, so it kind of hard uphill to find youth centers and stuff uphill. So I hope somebody reach out to me that I can go ahead and start talking to these kids in these schools or anything. I'm just ready to tell them some stories, keep them from going down that same road we went down.
Most definitely, brother. Anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, I just, y'all just, it's life is hard. Like I said, life is only what you make of it. It can be heaven on earth or it can be hell on earth. But you just gotta keep moving forward. Just remember, it ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. Once you start moving forward, keep moving forward. Keep God first. You know what I mean? Keep succeeding in life. So, and try to make the right decision because in death and jail is just one wrong decision away. The same way we make the right decision, make the wrong decision, we can make the right decision. So
Most definitely, brother. Most definitely. Man, I love you, dog. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
love, bro.
I got much respect for you, brother. Keep doing your thing. And anytime you need me, man, to come through and chop it up, man, and drop some knowledge on the people, bro. You welcome here, brother. You know what I'm saying? Your
Yes,
dog doing
sir.
the same thing, trying to uplift spirits, man, trying to help God do his work, man, trying to put some light on our
Yeah,
people and let them know that we way smarter than they think we is, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
yeah, man, I wish nothing but, you know what I'm saying, abundance on you, brother, and just keep doing your thing, man, cause your time coming, bro.
yeah. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all keep God first, and just remember that word mind me make important necessary decisions. Y'all try not to make the wrong decision in life like I did before. Cause it's hard down that road now. So once you go in, ain't no guarantee you're gonna come out.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Gotta keep God first. And what all we do. Bro, it's been a good interview, man.
Yes, sir,
Um,
bro. Yes, sir.
it's been another 830 Smooth podcast with your boy Hustle Man and your boy King Knowledge. Y'all, where they can catch you at, bro? Because we ain't even give them the social sites. Where they can catch you at?
You came on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Real, I'm on all that. I should have came across y'all news feed. I got 1,400 some million views. Y'all should have been seen, caught me somewhere.
So I'm saying, what's your name on every platform? Is it Marcus O's on all platforms?
No, it's Marcus Old on Instagram, Marcus Old on Facebook, and it's let me tell y'all. Hold on, where I'm on TikTok. Black King Knowledge on TikTok.
Black King Knowledge on TikTok. What it is on YouTube? Where they can find you at on YouTube?
What I had sent you, what that I had sent you? I forgot because I ain't been on YouTube in so long.
King Knowledge. I think it was King Knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me make sure, man, because I don't want to tell the people the wrong thing. Y'all bear with me for a second. I'm trying to get y'all the information.
Did I send it to you on that on message?
Yep, I'm looking at it right now. Marcus O's YD1LP. So that's where y'all can catch King Knowledge at. Marcus O's YD1LP. That's where you can catch him at on YouTube, man. But with that being said, we up and out of here. We love y'all.
We out of here, y'all.
Make sure y'all
thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all share. Now y'all go watch it.
Yes, sir. We out of here.
It's the hustle man, bitch. I'm on that yak. In the studio, finna cook up a track. It's the hustle man, bitch. I'm on that yak. In the studio,